Okay, so let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to give you that shortcut, to really get a handle on some pretty extraordinary ideas. Today, we're digging into Rhonda Byrne's book, The Power. Our mission really is to cut through to what the book's saying about how this power works, how it supposedly shapes your life, and, well, what it actually is.
Yeah, and what's really interesting here is how it follows the secret. It definitely builds on the law of attraction, no doubt there, but Byrne is trying to go deeper, to reveal the source of that power. So it's less about the what and more about the why these things might happen.
And the book makes this, well, incredibly bold claim right from the start. It basically says the biggest force in the universe, the power to get everything you want. It's love. Simple as that. According to Byrne, without this power, we wouldn't even exist. Every invention, every discovery, everything good, she says it all comes from love. That's quite a statement to kick things off.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it forces you to think about love differently, doesn't it? Not just, an emotion between people. Byrne presents it almost like a fundamental force, like physics.
Yeah.
A positive energy, not weak or soft, but active. She even quotes Emerson, who called love an element as real as air or water, an acting, living, moving force that moves in waves. So it's less about how you feel reactively and more about what frequency you're actively broadcasting.
A universal constant, almost. Okay, so if love is this force, how does it connect back to that core idea from The Secret, the Law of Attraction, like attracts like?
Well, Byrne makes it very direct. She says the law of attraction is the law of love. Full stop. And she frames it like it's just basic cosmic math or physics, like
Yeah.
attracts like. So whatever you put out there, positive or negative vibes, thoughts, feelings, that's what the universe, according to her, sends right back to you. It kind of puts the ball firmly in your court, doesn't it?
It really does. And this putting out, it's not just what you do. The book stresses thoughts and, even more, our feelings. Why are feelings given such a central role? Like the real driver.
Exactly. The book states, in any moment, you're giving either positive thoughts or negative thoughts, positive feelings or negative feelings.
Yeah.
And that's what determines what comes back. Thoughts and words alone. Apparently, they don't have much juice. It's the feeling behind them. The analogy used is pretty vivid. Thoughts and words are the rocket ship, but feelings are the fuel. No fuel, no liftoff. So yeah, it really suggests that changing your reality starts deep inside with your emotions.
Okay, feelings as fuel. So what about these feeling frequencies mentioned in the book? How do our emotions become like a broadcast signal?
Right, the feeling frequencies. The idea is pretty straightforward.
Huh.
Good feelings, joy, gratitude, excitement, they put you on a high positive frequency. The frequency of love, essentially. Negative feelings, anger, fear, sadness, they put you on a low negative frequency. Your overall emotional state sets your frequency, and like a magnet, you pull in things, people, situations that are vibrating at that same level. And there's that quote from Neville Goddard, "A change of feeling is a change of destiny." It suggests we're constantly tuning our reality with our emotions.
Which, makes you think, what does feeling good really mean here? Because it sounds like just being okay doesn't quite cut it.
That's a crucial point. Yeah, the book is clear. Okay or so-so is still effectively a negative frequency. It lacks that vibrant positive energy. True feeling good, in Byrne's terms, means actually feeling happy, joyful, excited, enthusiastic, or passionate. It's about hitting those high notes emotionally, because that's what supposedly attracts the good stuff.
Okay, so we understand the theory, the importance of feeling good. Now, how do we actually use this? The book lays out the creation process. Seems simple. 1, imagine it. 2, feel it. 3, receive it. Walk us through that.
Sure, step 1, imagine it, uses your mind. Imagination connects you to what you want. That's the bridge. Step 2, feel it, is the powerhouse. It's combining that image with the feeling of having it, the love for it. That creates the magnetic pull. And step 3, receive it, is presented as the natural outcome. If you hold that image and feeling, what you want is drawn to you.
And on imagining, the book really pushes you to go big. Imagine the best and highest that you possibly can, and it drops this bombshell. Anything you can imagine already exists. How does that work?
Well, the premise is that the universe is just teeming with possibilities, infinite potential. So anything you can picture in your mind is already out there in some non-physical form, just waiting for you to tune into it. Your imagination isn't just daydreaming, it's like accessing a catalog of potential realities. And feeling it is key. You have to imagine it and feel like you have it right now. The book gives examples, like the woman wanting a specific flower, a white calla lily. She didn't just picture it, she felt holding it, smelling it. Or the guy wanting a job he imagined being in the office, using all his senses, even down to the food he'd eat for lunch. It's about making the imagination totally real, emotionally and sensorially.
Right, making it vivid. But life isn't always vivid, positive feelings, is it? What about negativity, blame, complaining?
Yeah.
How does the book say we should handle those?
Yeah, it tackles that head on. Byrne calls things like blame, criticism, finding fault, and complaining definite forms of negativity that just attract more problems. But the advice isn't to, wrestle with those negative feelings. Fighting them gives them power. Instead, the idea is to gently shift your focus, to consciously put love in. There's this analogy of bad feelings being like wild horses. You don't have to fight them. You can just choose to get off, to not let them carry you away. It disempowers them. And that Buddha quote really hits home. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal. You are the one getting burned. Ultimately, negativity hurts you the most.
That makes sense. Just choose to step off the wild horse.
I like that.
And this leads to something really hopeful, the tipping point. The idea that you don't need to be perfectly positive all the time.
Exactly. The book says, even if you just give 51% good thoughts and good feelings, you have tipped the scales of your life. It's not about perfection, which is frankly impossible for most of us. It's about direction. Just consistently aiming for that positive majority, even if it's just over half, is enough to start this upward spiral, an acceleration and multiplication of good things. It's like positive momentum builds.
Okay, that feels much more achievable. So, with that understanding, the book gives us some practical tools, these keys to power. What's the first one?
The first one is foundational, the key of love. And it means loving everything, like consciously deciding to love like you have never loved before. Falling in love with life itself, actively looking for things to appreciate and love, technology, nature, people, situations. The book even suggests making lists, literally writing down or thinking about things you love to amplify that feeling. It's about intentionally tuning into love.
Making a love list. Simple, but potentially powerful if it shifts your feeling state. Okay, what's the next key? Gratitude. How's that framed?
Gratitude is positioned as super important, one of the highest expressions of love and the great multiplier. The key advice is to feel grateful not just for what you have, but also for what you want, as if it's already yours. So being thankful for past gifts, present blessings, and future desires simultaneously. Think of Einstein reportedly giving thanks hundreds of times a day. Or Meister Eckhart saying, if thank you is your only prayer, that's enough. It suggests gratitude actively pulls your desires towards you.
Proactive gratitude. Interesting. Then comes the key of play. This one feels a bit different. Seriousness brings serious circumstances. Life is supposed to be fun. That seems almost radical compared to how we usually approach big goals.
It does, doesn't it? It challenges that whole grind mentality. The book encourages using your imagination playfully. Create games. Act as if you already have what you want. Because supposedly, the law of attraction doesn't know or care if you're imagining and playing, or if it is real. It just picks up on the feeling. And it points to examples like Lance Armstrong visualizing victory while sick, Schwarzenegger imagining his physique and career, Tesla designing inventions purely in his mind first. It's arguing for lightness and joy as powerful creative tools.
Okay, love, gratitude, play. Powerful keys. Now let's see how the book applies these to specific life areas. Let's start with the big one, money. How do feelings shape our finances according to this?
Well, the message is direct. Your feelings about money dictate how much you attract and keep. Byrne says, love is the attracting force that brings money, and love is also the power that makes money stick. Feeling good about money brings more. Feeling bad pushes it away. There are these practical tips given, like imagining bills are actually checks coming to you, or feeling genuinely grateful for your paycheck, however small, to help it grow. Even little things like turning dollar bills so the positive side is up when you handle them. She shares her own story of giving away cash to cultivate a feeling of abundance and love for money, claiming it led to a big financial return. It's all about shifting that inner feeling toward wealth.
Fascinating. Okay, what about relationships? The book calls them our biggest channel to give love, but it also says something quite profound. What you give to others, you give to yourself.
Yes, that's a central idea. The law of attraction is the law of you. There is only you. Meaning, how you treat others, the energy you direct towards them, judgment, criticism, love, kindness, it all circles back to you because on an energetic level, there's no real separation. So judging someone else is like judging yourself energetically. It introduces this concept of seeing challenging people as personal emotional trainers. They're testing your ability to choose love. And it claims love acts like a shield. If you maintain a high positive frequency, negativity from others just can't touch you, apparently. It reframes every interaction as a chance to manage your own energy.
Personal emotional trainers. That's a different way to look at difficult people.
Yep.
All right, finally, health. The book says it's not just about not being sick, right?
Exactly. It's about feeling truly vibrant, energetic, joyful like a kid, more than just the absence of illness. And it puts immense power in our hands, stating, your cells are your most loyal subjects. Whatever you think and feel becomes the law within your body. It mentions the heart's magnetic field being much stronger than the brain's, and studies suggesting emotions can change water's structure, implying our feelings physically impact our body. There's that story of the woman who supposedly healed serious heart disease just by intensely imagining and feeling a strong, healthy heart against all odds. It's a testament to the mind-body connection driven by emotion.
Wow. So bringing this all together for daily life, how do we stay tuned in? The book says life is responding to you, communicating with you.
Yeah, it encourages seeing everything, signs, sounds, people, events, as feedback on your current frequency. Everything that shows up is, in theory, a match to your vibration. So ask yourself, what is this telling me about my feelings? It even suggests picking a secret symbol, like seeing rainbows or sparkles as a personal sign from the universe that you're aligned with love. It's about creating that constant awareness and dialogue.
A secret symbol, I like that. Very personal. And the book also suggests putting the force of love ahead of you, like feel good before you check your email or make that call, and simplifying things.
Absolutely. Consciously generate good feelings before engaging with potentially stressful things. It sets the tone. And yes, simplifying, letting go of the minor stuff that drains energy, echoing Einstein. Out of clutter, find simplicity. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Focus on what matters, let the rest go. And this leads into a really mind-bending idea about reality itself, that maybe what we see isn't the full picture. The book touches on quantum physics, infinite realities, suggesting that your imagination is more real than the world you see, because the world you see comes from what you imagine and believe. Our inner world literally creating our outer world.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So the ultimate message, the call to action is what?
It's essentially, start telling the story of your amazing life. Decide how you want it to be. Let go of the old negative stories. Focus intensely on what you love. And remember that the book says the purpose of your life is joy. And maybe the biggest joy comes from giving love, because that's the one infinite thing we truly possess.
Right. So wrapping this up, the core takeaway from the power is pretty potent. You have this immense force, the greatest in the universe, inside you. And that force, according to Byrne, is love. The key to happiness, health, money, everything. It sounds simple, but the implications are huge.
They really are. And maybe the final thought to leave listeners with, something the book hints at, is this idea of permanence. It suggests we can't really imagine not existing, because you have always existed and you will always exist because you are a part of creation. So if that's the case, if existence is eternal, what does that really mean for the choices you make today? For how much love you choose to feel and give right now? What does this all mean for you?
Definitely something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the power. We hope it gave you some food for thought. Try playing with these ideas, see what resonates. We'll catch you next time.